We'll subtract using fraction notation. We will subtract and if possible simplify 5/8 minus 17 over 24. Now these two fractions have different denominators, so the first thing we need to do is to find a least common denominator, and the least common denominator will be the least common multiple of the two denominators. And we see that 8 is a factor of 24, so that tells us that 24 is the least common multiple of these two numbers, and therefore it will be the least common denominator. So let's begin by writing 5/8 with a denominator of 24. We're going to multiply 5/8 by 1 in the form of 3 over 3 so that its denominator becomes 24. And then the second fraction already has the least common denominator. So we have 15 over 24 minus 17 over 24. And when I perform the subtraction, I subtract the numerators now and keep the common denominator. When I subtract 15 minus 17, I get -2. So I have -2 over 24. And now I need to simplify this if possible, and I can because I see that -2 and 24 each has a factor of 2. So I'm going to factor -2 as -1 times 2, and factor 24 as 2 times 12. And now I can remove a factor of 2 from the numerator and denominator. There's a factor common to each. So I'm left with -1 over 12 for the result. Or I could also express this as -1/12 with the negative sign in front of the fraction bar, or if I wanted to, I could write it as 1 over -12.